good? How you living? Run that back. How you living? It's your boy, Washburn. And I want you to stop for a second and really think about that question. How are you living? You know, we answer that with the simple good, all right, you know, same shit, different day. But that's such an unthoughtful answer. Do you really dissect that problem in your life? Like, just think about it. How you living? Let me answer this from my point of view. You know, I'm doing good in life. You know, I'm happy with it. You know, but I'm not where I want to be at in life. I haven't reached my maximum potential. Not even a pinch of it. And it wasn't then till I realized that what I'm doing now isn't gonna get me where I want to be. So I have to do something differently to get different results. And you know what is that I'm doing differently? You know, I met people who are like-minded thinking, people who are actually smarter than me. Because you know what I realized I know? Is that I don't know anything. And when I realized that, I finally unlocked my brain to let in other knowledge. You need to be humble. You gotta stop thinking you know everything. Then that's when you finally start learning. I found like-minded people, mentors. That's why I started reading books. I would have never thought of that on my own. You need to get an external force helping you out. I started watching YouTube videos on self-development, books on it. Started going to webinars, seminars. You know, just talking to people. Get around like-minded people. You know, one thing about entrepreneurship is you can't do it alone. You could be self-made, but you can't do it alone. And I just noticed that, you know, a lot of people have so much potential. They have these goals, they have these desires that they want, but they get stuck in the day-to-day basis of, you know, am I gonna make it to work? Am I gonna get rent in on time? Am I gonna, you know, curl my hair tomorrow? Wear a button up? You know what? That's such narrow-minded thinking that you forget about the bigger picture here. About your life. You forget about your dreams, your hopes, your desires. And you know what is, you know, like, sad? I just don't want people to waste away their potential. And you know, I understand because I've been there. I've, like, you know, kind of looked down upon myself, you know, wanted to give up. But that's the ropes of life. And you know, you just gotta use that to motivate you. You know, you only get better when you realize you're doing bad. So it's okay. It's okay to mess up, it's okay to fail. You probably learn more from it. But you can't stay stagnant, you can't settle for less. What about your dreams? Don't give up on yourself. You know, so it's like, how do you unlock your potential? You do this by imagining what your results will actually get you, how much it will actually change your life. You need to be a visionary. You know what that means? It means somebody can see something that is not there and create a plan to make it a reality. You know how powerful that is? That is godlike. To think of something into existence. We're the only species who can do that. Animals can't do that. They're living beings, but they can't plan out a life ahead of them. They can't. They don't even have disposable thumbs. They can't open doors literally or physically. So once you realize this, once you realize what your results will get you in life, that's when you spark the flame inside yourself. That's when you start to get excited about things. That's when you start to stay up late at night to follow your dreams. A lot of people give up on themselves because they don't imagine how awesome their lives are going to be if they actually fall through with what they're thinking in their mind. Your mind knows what you want, but you're not seeing it through to the end and seeing how much impact and how much results you'll get if you actually believe in yourself, actually believe you have potential to produce results that will get you where you want in life. Let that excite you. Let your potential of your results excite you, to motivate you to get things done. Because people may say, you know, where do I get the energy or motivation to do so? Well, let me introduce an analogy here. You've heard it before. It's the chicken and the egg, and you know, the question is, what came first? And a lot of people may get smart and argue like, oh, the chicken was there because who sat on the egg, right? But what the bigger question is, who spawned the egg or the chicken? What even got it there? Because it doesn't matter which one came first. It's the fact that it was even spawned. Because once it was spawned, either one, it started this cycle of never-ending momentum. You need to learn how to spark that energy, because energy makes energy. That's science. That's not something I made up. Once that momentum is started, it can never be ended. But what the hardest thing is to start that first spark. And you need to dig down deep, whether that's, you know, just your own willpower, something that happened in your life that, you know, just really just sparked a flame inside of you. Or, maybe someone passed. Maybe you almost died. I don't know what it is. But that spark of energy that you need to find, you got to dig deep for it. And let it propel you to the future. It's another analogy so you kind of really get this. It's a car cannot move forward unless you start the ignition. The first initial piece of energy that creates the momentum, that sparks the flame to create this combustion in the engine that drives it forward. You need to start the ignition in your life. What's gonna start that? Where's the key at to start that? Find it so you can get moving. Because the longer you take, the longer it will take to get where you want. And you don't want to be 60 years old when you finally figure that out. You only got so much time to shine, baby. And you want to take advantage of it while you're young. Or while your early days are here. You could be 30, 40 and still be ready to get it. But don't wait. Don't wait for it to happen. You need to make it happen. Become godlike. Be a visionary. Someone who can see something in their mind and bring it to life with their own efforts. Isn't that powerful? Isn't that something you want to do? Someone you want to be? Be so inspirational that you spark other people's imagination into creating their own life? Like, that's the real definition of godlike. So that that's why I'm realizing I need to better myself and how great my life's gonna be once I finally try a little bit harder, push myself a little bit more. How's my life gonna be? Way better than it is right now. So the one question I want to ask you, two actually, is what is it that you've been waiting to do that you haven't got to? And what are you gonna do to make the first initial baby step to actually get your first results? You know, maybe you want to lose weight, become an author, become an artist. I'm not sure what it is. We all have our different goals, but we all need to better ourselves. That's what we have in common. Even the best person on this planet who's self-made successful still wants to better themselves. So let's say if you know you want to lose weight or become healthier and you've been slacking off or you fell off, you need to start with something simple first. And it could be as simple as eating an apple, going on a lap run, 1 lap around the park. Start small. This is the day you make that first step towards your journey. You know? Because here I am. This is an example of it. I've been waiting to make these videos. I've been waiting to start my social media and get my brand out there. But you know what? I'm so perfectionist that I want everything to be perfect. I want to have the perfect plan before I even do it, before it's even out, that I never even get to it. So you know what I did? Or someone sparked this idea in me. First of all, I'm just saying, hey, here's my YouTube, here's my Instagram, here's my Snapchat now. Follow me on Facebook. It's my first step. And that's that. I overthought it so much when it was actually this easy. So I just answer that. What is it that you've been waiting to do that you haven't got to, and what are you gonna do to make the first small step? I want you to write it down. I want you to message me it or write it in the comments, but put it out into the world. Speak it into existence. Don't just keep it in your mind, because if you keep it up here, that's just a thought that never gets heard. You don't want your life to be revolved around things like that. You want to speak into existence, manifest your destiny. You know how real and powerful the law of attraction is? You need to start pinpointing the things that you want in your mind and telling yourself, hey, that's what I want. And tell the world. Because once you tell the world, you got to do it now. Otherwise, you're a failure. And that's good or bad, because you learn from your failures, but don't just stay a failure. Manifest, innovate into a smart individual who can solve problems in their life. So with that being said, wake your ass up! And stay blessed, be easy. Until next time, it's your boy, Washburn. Do what it do.